Okay, yeah, it's time for Genshin Impact tier list again. I'm so excited. There's like nothing really to change all that much, besides add new characters and also reorganize Scaramouche and stuff. Now I'm just gonna start getting this done quickly because I want to do something with lower tiers. Um, Noelle, I'm immediately gonna start putting, or I'm gonna put up, and I might even put her higher and higher, depending. But for now, I'll put her top of B tier. Um, because this Abyss made me realize how goated Noelle is as a character. He takes up the healer spot and DPS spot on Geo teams. Really good against the Wolf Lord. If you don't have Ito, she's free for everyone basically. She's an old character, so people should have a lot of constellations on her. She's really good. Uh, Extremely cheap to build too. The only downside is that her ability doesn't generate any particles, so you're gonna have to run an energy recharge weapon. But even when running Favonius, Favonius Greatsword, just to generate particles for her and give her some energy recharge, she still does really good amounts of damage. Not as much as Ito, of course, but she really is just like the budget version of Ito, and she's really good when Geo is needed to beat stuff. And that just made me kind of realize how good Noelle is as a character. And yeah, she might even keep rising up and up, just depending on how I feel. But I think she's a really, really good character, and I kind of just forgot and underestimated her. Uh, you. I'm not gonna talk about him ever again. I'm never gonna talk about that man ever again. But next, I'm dropping Candace down to, I think, bottom of B tier. As the updates go on, more and more, Candace just, the thoughts of her having a use later on, like people like Kuki, is just likening less and less, and she is getting worse and worse as the updates come out, and it really sucks because she has such a unique kit. But can't really do anything about it. The only team that she somewhat works in is Nilo Bloom team, but that's only if you don't have Nahida, because if you have Nahida, you just run triple Hydro, not Candace because she doesn't do off-field, but you just run triple Hydro and then Nahida, and then that's all you need for a Nilo Bloom team. So Candace is just slowly falling off more and more, which kind of sucks. Really like her, but she just keeps falling off, and it just kind of sucks that it had to be that way. Oh yeah, okay. Next person I'm going to talk about is Layla. Layla, I'm going to put at bottom of S tier now. I originally thought that Layla was just going to be a budget Diona, just like Diona, but without the healing, and then very, like, non-negligible damage. But turns out she does have somewhat of a use. Her shield is a slight bit stronger than Diona's, so that's a little bit of a plus. But, to make up for that, she has 100% uptime on her shield. So, and Diona has like, I think downtime of 3 seconds, if I remember. But yeah, Layla has 100% uptime on her shield, which makes her have a niche case to be as slightly better than Diona in some cases, but I still think Diona is just way too incredible for just the utilities she provides. If Diona had a better ascension stat than cryo damage bonus, like maybe HP percent or healing bonus, I'd probably just ignore Layla completely. But because she just doesn't have that little bit of extra like oomph to her kit, she's just like a good shielder and then a really good healer. Layla has a little bit of a place as a cryo shielder. And of course, if you get constellations for her, I'm pretty sure she buffs the normal attack bonus, which is good for a multitude of upcoming characters like Scaramouche and just other normal attack characters that are coming. And I think as time goes on, we're going to keep getting more and more normal attack characters like this guy down here, but I'll get to him when I get to him. Again, just as I just mentioned, normal attack characters, I'm also moving... I'll put her like right there. Yeah, that seems fine. Yeah, Yunjin, like I said with the Layla, normal attack characters are starting to become more and more of a thing. so Yunjin's finally getting her use more. I could put her in special tier with these guys, but um, these guys are like very special, like I said before. Only good with Ryan basically, and Yay, Dog, and then only good for cryo teams. Yeah. But yeah, so Yunjin is not as special as them, but she still is somewhat of a special character, so she's kind of on like borderline of those two things, but I'm just gonna keep her separate because I think she's just more versatile than these guys down here. Okay. Farazan. Oh my god. Oh, literally, she would stay exactly the same as she is right now if she didn't have her one issue in her kit, which is of course the fact that she doesn't generate energy on click over E and you have to do the charge shot. I personally am like super used to it because back when Sara came out, I was huge Sara simp, so I did everything possible to get used to her, and I got no constellations on Sara, so I was a charge shot gamer, and I just got used to the charge shot playstyle, so I don't mind Farazan's playstyle of the charge shot, but I know people do mind it, and so I understand that, and I'm gonna have to knock her down to special just because of that. She's still really good, and at C6 she's probably like, if special tier didn't exist, and like she was easy to get C6, she'd probably be in like SS tier because of how broken this character is to all Animo DPS characters, but it just kind of blows because just until you get her C6, that insane particle generation that she has, you have to run so much energy recharge on her. You have to have the Favonius bow because that's like your only way of getting energy unless you're a charge shot gamer like me, and it just kind of blows. So yeah, I'm gonna keep Farazan down there now. It really sucks though that one little thing, that one tiny thing that I just couldn't have predicted until she came out as a character, just had to happen. So yeah, that sucks. Oh, I forgot about her. Rosaria. I'm moving her probably right there, I think. This does not look right. I'll talk about that in a second. I'll just throw that in later. Rosaria, I finally started using her again because of Scaramouche. Really fun on freeze teams with Scaramouche. Crit rate is really good to just run all crit damage on basically Scaramouche and then give crit rate, it's I think 35% crit rate bonus to Scaramouche basically if you infuse it with cryo and then have max crit rate on Rosaria. So really good character. Slowly rising her up again, or I'm using her again, so I'll slowly make her rise up, and yeah, really solid 4-star, and she's been here for a while now too, so it should be easy to get constellations for her too. Yeah, Kaching, I have no idea why the fuck I never moved Kaching above D-League because just how good Aggravate Kaching is getting, so I mean there's not really much to say here. Aggravate Kaching is good. Okay, Zhao with Farazan now, I'd say Zhao is slightly better than Ito now. Just personal preference. Maybe I just yeah, I truly think that Zhao is just slightly better than Ito now, because of course Ito is stuck on the mono Geo comp, while Zhao has always been versatile. He's just been missing that one little thing, which was an Animo damage bonus giver in Farazan, and now that he's finally got that, he can compare, he can be slightly better than the Ito team, because Ito, like I said, kind of stuck to mono Geo and then one flex slot. But yeah, just a slight change to Zhao, but yeah, super good character, like always. Yeah, okay, I'll talk about him. Scaramouche, I'm just gonna drop him down to top of S tier. He is my little prediction that because he can fly doesn't matter at all. The flying is like all, I mean, well, the flying is good for a multitude of reasons, but the main reason that I was excited for it being able to not have a shield, that was so wrong. He is one of the most, like, just like Yoimiya, since they're like basically the same character in a way, in the ways that they work. He needs a shield so bad, so that kind of sucks. But because of all the access to shielders and the fact that there's 2 crowd shielders in Layla and Diona to give him that really strong 20% crit rate buff, very solid character. Still, he's extremely good. I'm kind of praising Nilo a bit more. Of course, I don't have Nilo, but from what I've seen, I think Nilo is still slightly stronger just because of how good her bloom teams are. But Scaramouche, from my testing that I've done over the past 4 weeks now, I think it's been, extremely solid character. Really good. Love him. Very fun character to play, just like Yoimiya. And I hope they release more characters like him because they're very, very fun to play. And of course, he goes into God tier for exploration, if you don't know, just like people like Yellen and stuff. So, yeah, really good character still, even though he's not as strong as I expected him to be. And then last thing, I've been kind of hinting at it in a way, slight hinting at it this entire thing, but I'm finally moving Zhongli down to S tier. I only use Zhongli now in, of course, my Yoimiya teams, but the only place other than that I've used Zhongli is when I'm running the Scaramouche domain, the one with his artifact set and the Hyper Bloom one. I run him just for a little bit of extra damage because I don't need the crit rate in that domain. That's it. Besides that, I don't run Scaramouche and Zhongli together in the Abyss. I didn't really like it. I rather I did what's it called? I did Diona and yeah, Diona Yellen. I did them in the Spiral Abyss for Scaramouche and liked it much better than Zhongli, and just he's slowly falling off more and more, and I've kind of gotten to the point where I'm gonna just move him S here and I'll probably keep him for a while. He's still a really good character, shield bot character, all that stuff, but his burst is just a waste of time basically, except for very niche things. His shield's still incredible, but there's just shielders like Diona are just so much more versatile than him. Like, you get a little bit less shielding from them, or shield strength from Diona and stuff, but like, just practice dodging. Easy. The game's already easy enough, so like, practicing dodging isn't gonna make it much harder. And yeah, I think Zhongli being down there is just kind of something that was gonna happen eventually. Yeah, I think that's about everything for all the characters that are already out, so I'll go on to the new characters, of course. Yao Yao, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it that much, but I will put her like maybe top of B tier from what I've seen. The targeting on her little funny guy, little funny rabbit guy, looks fine, but I just can't see her doing anything really besides healing. Like, she's made out to be this, like, just like it's Sayu syndrome all over again. Because Sayu, like, she was made out to be like, oh, she damages while she heals with her funny guy, and she can do VV Shred, and like that seemed kind of unique. But she's out now, and she's like kind of one of the weakest characters that we have. And I think Yao Yao is the exact same thing. The only reason that she's higher is, of course, because she's Dendro. It's kind of just like Kole. Oops. It's kind of just like Kole. How Kole is like kind of a really meh character, as much as it hurts me to say, but she's somewhat higher than she should be because she's Dendro, and that's kind of what Yao Yao is in the situation of, because she's our only Dendro healer now. But I think she'll be fine. She's gonna be decent, but nothing game breaking or anything. That's all I have to say on Yao Yao. Yeah, last guy, Alhaitham. Everyone, if you know leaks, you know how the uproar of the community when Alhaitham got super mega nerfed because he was kind of broken. I don't understand why people didn't like understand how broken he was. He did more damage on his mirrors than Nahida procs, and he has more than Nahida procs. That is kind of ridiculous. He's just like because Nahida's already used on field, he would have power crept Nahida immediately. It would have been like done deal basic. Well, I mean, not for supportive abilities, but for on field, completely power crept, and that just it was kind of insane, and he needed the nerf. And I also don't understand the uproar after his nerfs, because I think he's still fine. Like, yeah, it was toned down so much from what he was before, but he's still really good. He is not bad at all. And because of that, I'm gonna put him right below Sino just for now. Because of course I gotta do like in-game testing, but I still think he's gonna be a really solid character. I'm gonna try to pull for him. I'm just gonna kind of go to my pity because I'm right next to it, and then I'll be able to test him out if I do get him. If I don't get him, then I'll just go off footage online. But yeah, he seems like a fine character. Weapons, I mean, he got the weapon from this update, the stupid umbrella eyeball thing, and then he's just got other weapons, free-to-play options. Should be a really free-to-play accessible character. Gladiator set should be a fine fit for him if you don't have a Gilded Dream set yet. And yeah, that's pretty much it about Hytham. Yeah, that's kind of it, really. Yeah, there's not really much more to do. That's Tearless, baby. Woo! Okay, bye.